This plugin has replaced my entire sample library. I've been doing sample-based music for years, sampling from vinyl, CDs, sample packs, but this plugin right here in 5 minutes made all of those obsolete. And in this video, I'm going to show you why this plugin replaces everything else and how to use it practically on a beat. Let's go. Sample-based producers face many problems. One is finding a sample that sounds good and is actually something to work with. Another problem is finding samples that match the sample that you have found. And I'm no exception to this rule, but many sample-based producers don't know music theory. So having the pitch sit perfectly for a sample is somewhat of a frustration. We can always tweak by ear, but it's time consuming. The biggest problem for sample-based music producers is to find samples that are not copyrighted, like no third-party infringements at all. And that problem has been solved by many companies, but LANDR is a company that has solved this problem uniquely well. Now let's look at this. Enter the LANDR Samples. And what I would typically do is go into the LANDR client, like right here, and I will search for samples, just as I do with splice and loop masters, etc. And then I will find a sample that I like. So I'll spend a credit on this sample, and with LANDR Studios, you get a bunch of credits every month, and there's an ever-growing sample library. So now I'll drag this sample over to the desktop, but in a minute or so, I'll show you a way that is a lot easier and smoother and faster. So stick around. All right, so here we have Logic, and then we can just drag and drop this sample over to Logic. I'll pull it right into the quick sampler like this. With some Wu-Tang energy. Perfect. Done. Yeah. All right. Now let's turn the tempo down to 86 BPM. Slice by divisions. Yeah, that's my comfort zone. 86 BPM. Let's try it out a bit. And yeah. All right. Now we have the foundations laid out, and this is where the plugin really shines. Look at this. All right, so we will pull up a plugin, the LANDR Samples, and let's add some drums. Now, for fun's sake, let's just browse the samples and find a drum loop that is a lot faster. For example, over 100 BPM. But it doesn't matter because this plugin automatically time stretches the samples to the BPM. Now you can drag it, drop it, and then you're done. You have your track right there. And if you want to slice it, pitch it, do whatever, you can always just put it into your DAW's sampler. I like to use the quick sampler in Logic, and you can mess with it as you please. And as I said in the beginning, no need for any other sample packs with this plugin right here. Now I have a basic drum loop sounding. It's a kick and a snare. I want something hi-hat-ish to come on top of that, something brighter, something with no low end at all. And it's no problem. I'll just find something like right here. Cool. Nice. Okay. And now comes the bass. And what I like about this plugin is that I can find acoustic basses, synth bass, whatever fits the song, and it's in the same key automatically. It's pretty awesome. It's friggin' awesome. I'll just search bass inside LANDR Samples and off it pops. Yep. And I can experiment with more layers, so I can have 2 basses, for example, doing different parts like this. Cool. Next up, I want to have some layering and something with a different feel. I'll find another loop. Yep. Yep. Cool. It's also, again, in the correct key, in the correct synced with the correct tempo, time stretched. Everything is ready to go. So yeah. So this plugin has replaced my complete sample library. I don't need anything else. I don't even need to have sample packs on my computer now. I can make beats just using this plugin. Search samples, spend a credit on it, drag it, drop it into the DAW, and if I want, I can slice it, dice it, rearrange it, do whatever I like with my current workflow. I'm an MPC kind of guy, so I like to slice and play with the pads. You can do that as well. So this is a no-brainer if you make a lot of beats, and you can get this with 20% off, and then you get the samples plugin. You get a sampler, a dedicated sampler that you can check out there. I made a video about that right there. And you get also a bunch of plugins, the LANDR mastering plugin. You get dedicated vocal plugins. You get distribution, mastering. You get everything from start to finish after production. So grab it, link in the description below. Hope you liked it. And check out one of these videos if you want to dive deeper into beat making. All right, I see you there. Peace out.